Shall I introduce myself?
I mean, I sometimes don't know who you are, so it could be helpful. Just so that I'm comfortable.
Just so you remember.
Yeah.
Since the concussion, I just need to do it every time I see you now, like an old man.
Yeah. Mother? Bitty?
I must stop breastfeeding on the tube. Hello, I'm Alexandra Haddo, a woman who's been stuck to more dance floors than you've had hot dinners.
And I'm Adam Flood, a man who's eaten all of his dinners on the dance floor.
That is true. Off the dance floor.
Off it, yeah. Like a pig. And this is Adam and Alex's Indie Supergroup.
Each week, we interview superstars of the indie heyday and decide whether or not we want them in our all singing, all dancing, probably no dancing actually, some dancing.
A little bit.
Yeah. Indie band that's going to bring back all the best bits of the noughties music scene we all know and miss terribly.
But this week, Alexandra Haddo and listeners, it's a little bit different because we're going to be getting on an ex-musician stroke comedian, right? Which is
a scary hybrid.
It's a scary hybrid. Yeah. I'm a little bit, but this guy, he's a bit extra, you know. He actually was properly doing it at quite a large stage. I mean, he said he was never going to play an instrument again. He's turned his back on that. He's got a lot of knowledge about the industry.
So much. And I feel like if you ever wanted to go into the industry, watching this guy now as a comedian, it would put you off.
Yeah. No, he's incredibly scathing online.
Yes.
Where he has the protection of being behind the screen. But maybe when we're here in the room and with the soft furnishings that
you know
we
what
have.
I mean? Yeah, we can coax him back in, I think.
We can get him back in.
I don't think he doesn't want to be in the band. We need his invaluable knowledge elsewhere around the industry.
So we don't want him playing an instrument. We want him feeding in to the roles, which we're going to go through with him what we could have him as the band.
Exactly.
Helping us, the management, to bring back indie.
I sort of see him smoking a cigarette in the corner, gazing out at the sort of world that we've created with our supergroup and guiding us through like a kind of an old spirit. Yeah, exactly.
Now keep
He's going to be like, don't buy that, do this, make sure you don't speak to her, that
Trousers,
kind of thing.
keep them on, it's a different time.
Yeah.
But before we get him in and before we reveal, well, I say reveal, it probably says who it is in the,
probably says in the episode title,
you
know, let's be a bit romantic.
But
come on.
If for some reason you're listening or watching this without any context,
then you've got a couple more minutes to, we edge you.
Yeah. What have you been doing this week? Actually, that's what I care about most in the world.
Well, I DJ'd a wedding.
Flip.
Which is a lot of pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going into a wedding, what are your like bangers that you have by your holster?
We always ask the couple for must plays and definitely don't plays.
What's the most common don't play?
And they had the same one on both lists this time, so we had to double check. We were like, do you want Get Lucky by Pharrell or do you not want it?
Wow.
And they didn't want it. They'd accidentally put it on their like playlist.
Well, that's so funny. You close on that.
And they're like, what the fuck?
But you didn't put it. Get Lucky. And they're just like the height of they're feeling really in love. All their families there.
Yeah. And it was even more daunting because the guy in the couple worked for Domino Records.
Oh, right.
And the girl from Wolf Alice was at the wedding.
For listeners, Domino Records is Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, yeah. That's what. And as soon as I saw the girl from Wolf Alice, I was sort of looking around the rest of the wedding, just being like, "Is he going to be here? Is Alex Turner here?"
Yeah. What are they dating?
No, I just thought
Ellie Rowell.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But no, they're not dating. But I just thought, well, if she's a client, which I assumed she was, but she might not have been.
Client.
Maybe he's got other clients coming to the wedding.
Yeah. He's got the whole label.
Like
Maybe
the biggest indie band on earth, you know?
Okay. And so what was the vibe on the dance floor that you were creating?
It was good. Do you know what? It was really good. But we got to have like an hour off. This is me and my boyfriend who were DJing it. We got to have an hour off because there was another guy at the wedding who is an emo DJ. I didn't know that was the thing.
What the fuck?
And
they parachuted him in for 1 hour.
And they wanted an emo. No, he was their friend. He did an emo hour.
I feel like it was sort of after after indie had sort of spaffed its load.
Yeah.
You know, it was like post Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
I think after my band, I remember like Panic at the Disco being big and Fall Out Boy.
Yeah,
like being in the college canteen
on,
and seeing like Fall Out Boy and being like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
This is the most popular thing. Enter Shikari. Sorry, I'm not. Oh, now. How are those two things existing? They are actually, I saw a billboard for them like right near my house.
What, enter Shaqiri?
Enter who? Enter Shaqiri? Enter Shikari? Enter Shakira's loft.
I'm thinking of Shakira. Yeah.
I think that's how they got everybody. Everyone just turning up, thought it was a Bonnie Blue, but for Shakira. One thing about Enter Shikari that I liked is that they were independent. They never went with a major.
Oh, really? Oh,
and
that's
they spent
nice.
all of their money early on lasers.
Oh, I do. Did they?
That's true.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's why you need a manager. That's why you need a label.
That's why you need a label. Because you are going to be on the road forever paying off the fucking massive laser. Because you shine it into the night sky.
Oh, God, you did really well with that album. Did you buy a house? No, it's not important what I did buy. What did you get up to?
Well, I bought some tickets this week. I bought some tickets for Angine de Poitrine. Do you know them?
I really want to see them.
They're the guys with like a big sort of knob on his nose.
Yeah, big knob. Do you know that Japanese artist, what's she called, that does all the dots? And there's an exhibition of hers in London every few years. Whenever I see Angine de Poitrine, like picture of them, I think, oh, they've taken that on. They're all just like, they're covered in sort of polka dot.
That's how cultural you are. You're able to connect the what's the phrase?
Well, you
stripes.
think I can, but I can't name you the artist.
Yeah,
and she's
have a go.
She's a Japanese lady, so I'm not going to have a go.
What does it sound like? Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? But it's kind of it feels like one of those things where you see it and you're like, ooh, and then it gets oversaturated. And maybe they'll crop up again. But this week I've not been doing a lot of culture. That's maybe the most cultural thing I've done because I've been doing a stand-up tour with comedian Mark Simmons.
Oh, lovely.
On tour with him.
Bit of lady
and so
pleasure.
basically I've just lived in a sort of Premier Inn void.
Yeah.
You know, you're just in there. I've been watching a lot of Transformers.
I was going to say, I never watch more TV than when I'm in a hotel for a gig.
Now, I don't know. I want to ask, like, as a woman, I don't know if it's when you get into a hotel room.
Yeah.
How instantly do you masturbate?
7 minutes or less.
Okay, right. So it is.
You've got to get it out of the way. Otherwise, you're just going to be thinking about doing it.
I never have. I just wanted to make you say it.
You famously don't believe in wanking.
Yeah, I don't. I'm part of the no fap allegiance. I think that's like a thing that they do in America. They don't wank to protect God. I don't know. I think people think
to protect God.
I think the fap thing is like, oh, it's your power. It's like quite like.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too personal on here, but I'm a nightmare if I haven't, you know.
Yeah, you're like the opposite of allergic to nuts. You've got a no nut allergy. If you don't nut, you die.
But have you ever noticed how irritable you get if you haven't, you know?
What, chubbed? If you haven't crunked, if you haven't...
I've never been more jealous of your girlfriend. Come on, love. Come and get chubbed.
Come here, right? Let me fucking rumpity-dump. Do I get irritable if I've not wanked?
Well, or had sex.
Depends how long.
I feel like you've got. It's the worst thing to say for a man, but like I feel like you've got a short fuse if you haven't.
Yeah.
And then if you have, someone says like, "Oh no, do you know what? I can't actually do that today." And you're like, "Oh, no worries."
But you can't. Well, you can't do this today. What do you mean? If you can't?
No, it's like you're not as bothered about things that would have bothered you.
Yeah.
If, like if you're having a real dry spell.
Yeah.
Things bother you.
Well, because it's so. I guess in some way, is it hormonal then?
Yeah, I guess so.
So like in the same way that women are like, that's my period.
Yeah.
Men should be able to say, I've not come in 4 hours.
Have you
so
ever?
That's why I sent that horrible email.
Adam.
Addle.
I was going to say Floody and Adam. Have you ever, like incels?
Yeah.
Think how angry they are.
But I don't know, are they like day to day? I don't know if I've ever met one.
Oh, you've met one. We work in comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so what you're trying to tell us is you had lots of wanks in hotel rooms this week.
No, I was just wanking Mark off a lot. Because I'm sport.
Yeah, you're a sport act.
Sport act. Anyway, here's Mark. Come for us. It's that time of the day.
This week, our guest is a former successful musician, signed by Sony at 23, dropped by Sony at 23, graced the stage at huge venues like the Royal Albert Hall, the Vans Warped Tour, a successful band and solo career, and yet he hates every aspect of the industry he used to be a part of. If you've ever seen anything on Instagram sending up everyone who's ever worked in music, the chances are it's our guest today. Please welcome comedian and former frontman of the Kenneths, Josh Weller.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Josh.
Good. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much for coming. We hope you don't mind us saying that you hate the music industry.
I don't hate it. It's just fun it's just not, no one really takes the piss out of it.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
There's lots of things where people take the piss out of bands. Like, Spinal Tap and, there's all every sort of genre has been parodied, but no one's really had a cold, hard look at the people putting those albums out. And that's what's fun for me.
So your beef is, I guess, us, basically, the people who are manufacturing the bands.
Supergroup.
The kind of, because the people who are profiting outside of the music.
So
we're putting together an indie supergroup.
Right.
But that's because we want...
And have you discussed what instruments you're going to play?
We're not playing shit.
We're not. We're the managers.
Oh, you're managing it?
We're the managers.
Yeah.
Why would you want to manage a band in 2026?
Because we want to bring back the indie heyday, Josh, because we're pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay?
We care about the scene.
You know that it won't make you young again, right?
No, it will.
No, it will.
This is the thing. This is the thing that on one side of the coin, you think that, but the other side is completely
And you want to
different.
put together, of all the genres, you want to put together an indie band.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the
this
data...
is the exact attitude we need.
Like a hi-hat, six...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one you did a video where you said every indie band is called this, or like different names.
Have you got a name?
No, we haven't got a name yet.
Just pick, oh my God, please pick one of those.
Okay, so how do you pick what's your way?
But didn't you do We Smoke Fags in the send-off, and then that was actually a bat?
No, I said it was ripping We Smoke Fags. And it was like, we just had cigarettes or something like that. And then Steve Lamacq replied to it saying, I think I booked all these bands. So there was Jagged Molesters, Nonce.
I didn't know if Jagged Molesters was real or not.
That's pretty good. I like Jagged Molesters.
And then just like anything like Quim Houghton and the Ding Dang Dong, like anything, anything. Because I remember in that period, because I just moved to London at the sort of death of tight trousered.
Yes.
So New Rave was...
Hadouken
had its literal 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We
it really
were
was.
wearing unbelievably tight jeans.
I can't believe the Claxons was around for 8 days and one of them managed to marry Keira Knightley.
I think the Claxons are why I can't have kids, because I wore trousers so tight.
And it's like the little the UV that's surely bad for your sperm.
Yeah,
you know, like the little
of course,
sticks.
the little
That's
glow
not
sticks.
good for your cum.
When we were kids, they were like, sugar-free polos will make you infertile. Do you remember them telling us that when we were like 12? I was like, I don't think it matters right now.
Yeah.
But no one ever has addressed the how much new rave and indie music might have affected the millennial sperm count.
I mean, it's probably true.
And none of us are having kids.
Yeah.
Think about
So
it.
right.
I haven't got. Have you got any?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm coming for you, Los Campesinos.
There was some documentary about some Netflix documentary about, there's plastics and everything, and it's got all... There's no, the amount of plastic in skinny jeans.
Yeah. Cheap Mondays.
Cheap Mondays.
Remember that?
Yes.
I had a pair of grey pinstripe Cheap Mondays, and I did a gig at the Social with a really great musician who never got where he should have got, called Derek Means. But I did this gig in my tight Cheap Mondays, playing a washboard.
No. Oh my God.
And afterwards...
Please tell me there's some footage of this somewhere.
No, because afterwards Derek was like, oh, everyone in the audience was saying they could see your camel toe.
So we want you at the front with that.
Yeah. And you want to bring this shit back.
Yeah. Look,
maybe less washboard.
men having camel toes is actually equality, okay? And famously, the indie scene was really balanced in terms of racially diverse. You know, very sort of
Block Party,
very
the guy
feminist.
from,
There was
Test
Kelly
Icicles.
from Block Party. I wasn't even in it. I was sort of trying to be in it.
Yeah.
So it was
you were-
really just Kelly from Block Party.
Yeah. The
That
guy,
was it.
what was he
Yeah.
called? The guy from Test Icicles? But he's also
Dev.
now...
Of Dead Minds, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
opened for him.
Did you?
Yeah, when he was Lightspeed
On
champion.
what? On the tumble dryer?
Yeah.
We've got some roles for you I wanted to run past you that we're recruiting for that I think that you'd basically be able to help us out with. So
I think you smash it.
we've got PR for the band, right? So band reputation, making sure that people think good things about them.
Okay.
Influencing, polluting people's minds. Tour manager, lawyer, fluffer. We won't go into that role.
Merch guy, roadie. I've got cartering here. Do you
Wait,
mean
have you got
catering?
TM? You got TM in there.
So trademark.
You got tour manager.
Tour manager, yeah, tour manager.
Front of house.
Front of house. What? We're not opening a
No,
restaurant.
but you need a sound man.
Okay, shit, yeah.
And you need monitors as well. I mean, it depends how big this band is.
They're going to be
Monitor,
very big. Like fucking
Then you
insane.
need monitors, front of house.
Right, write this down. This is
Which
why we
front of
brought him
house
in.
is that's the guy mixes the sound.
Right, put
Okay,
that
so
in.
sound. What's that?
Sound.
Sound man. Sound man.
Sandman. So
Soundman, but
like
not
a
in like
quarryman.
not like he's a sound man.
Yeah.
He's a sound man.
Okay, so a guy.
He's not nice.
Guy.
He's usually not nice.
The guy who does the monitors who's a cunt.
Monitors, yeah. And then, so you got your tour manager. You need guitar. You need your techs as well. You missed out all your techs. Drum tech, guitar tech.
Text
Bloody, you were supposed to have been in a band.
No, not text. Tech. T-E-C-H.
Okay, not logo designer.
Not Tex-Mex. Did you write Tex-Mex?
Yeah, so ranch.
That's under catering. Tex-Mex. Stylist. We need a band stylist.
Oh, what I've realised is he's just scribbling nonsense for comedic effect. Is what's happening.
No.
He's doing fake scribbling.
No, this is real. The list ends there.
Does any of that jump out to you? Do you want to do? I mean, you have to want to do one for the sake of the podcast.
Yeah.
What, a gig?
No, you have to do. You have to do one of
I
these
have
roles.
to pick one of these.
Yeah.
Or what role do you think that you would be good at?
If it's being in an indie band, I'd be the suicidal frontman.
No, but you're going to be pushing the indie band around, creaming off the cream that we're creaming.
Yeah.
And so you're going to help us with one of these
Oh,
roles.
so who makes the most money?
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
which
guess
one do
so,
you
if
want to
that's
do?
what- if that's the sort of thing that
then
you're
I'd be,
interested in.
if it's indie, I'd be the head of the record label.
Okay, head of record label.
Yeah.
I mean, managers, you guys are in the sweet spot because
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we're
get
the
that
manager.
20%
Nothing.
commish pre-tax, gross.
Oh,
That is
really?
horrible.
Yeah.
That really is horrible.
When I got signed to Universal, it's Universal, not Sony. But when they
Oh, we do
signed me,
that.
no, keep it in.
Oh, fine.
And the guy, I don't know if I can say this, fuck it.
Yeah.
But the guy who signed me set me up with the producer to make my first album, but he managed the producer. So they signed me, gave me a bunch of money,
That's what
and then
happens
he
to
got
Joey's
20% of it back when he hooked me up with his producer because he managed the producer. Genius.
Oh.
These guys are geniuses.
Because we've got lots of cash
Yeah.
that we've managed to, I mean, this is it. So
Our sponsor for this is
it's Napster.
Snapster.
And so we're going to make sure the band's got a lot of like insane amount of money
Yeah.
that they can do whatever they want with, and we will recoup most of it back regardless of the album sales.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is like, that's normal business.
And so we wanted to know, if you do give a bunch of lads in music a big sort of lump sum like you did, they will probably spend it wisely, like I assume you did when you were 23.
Yeah, I spent it on my advance really sensibly.
Yeah.
Like what sort of
Mortgage, was it? Or-
Yeah, everyone was telling me to invest in property.
ISA?
So you-
I can tell you, I got 60 grand
Yeah.
when Universal signed me. And
this is in
2010.
Yeah.
So by today's standards, that's almost 60,000, 70 pounds. I think it's less, 40 grand. It's worth 40 grand now. The thing is I was 22.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, I'm just going to make 60 grand a year for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I didn't know that would be the only money I'd make for 10 years.
Yeah. And why would you?
So what happened is I made 6 grand a year for 10 years, but I spent it all in 1 year.
And they gave you the egg to eat.
Yeah.
Then they said this is a nest egg. You said this is a luxury Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
I bought a Mercedes Benz.
Did you?
Yeah, but not
Lord.
not like a sporty one. I bought
Like a long dad one.
It was like an A class. It was like a bubble car. You know, like the little,
Oh, right. Yeah.
like the old
Don't be
person
an
Mercedes. They don't make them anymore, but it was called an A class.
Yeah.
But at that point, it looked a lot like, it was very dark blue, so it looked like a mini cab. So a lot of the time, particularly at King's Cross, people would just get in the car. Like one woman genuinely got in the car at King's Cross and was like, Hoban, please. And then she looked around and just saw like CDs, a guitar case, and like KFC wrappers.
Little did you know that quite soon you were like, I should have taken those first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, could have used the cash.
Sorry, why is there a washboard in the back?
Why is there a pair of children's jeans hanging? Are they yours? So you bought a Mercedes Benz. Did you buy anything else insane?
No, so here's the thing no one tells you when you're 22 and you sign a record deal. No one goes, you should put some of that aside for tax. No one says that.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is amazing. So I went on holiday.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
then I paid all my band who played with me for like 2 years. So they all got a little bit. Not enough, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And then...
But like you say, you haven't got...
But you're like, don't worry, then I'll get you on the next year.
yeah, exactly.
next
I was
year
like,
we'll
guys,
double it.
Yeah, that's coming in again.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we did, I paid my management commission, and then I had to pay the producer to make the out. So it was all gone in like 11 months.
Yeah.
Within 11 months of signing the deal, I was working back in a toy shop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Josh, one of my favourite sort of things that you talk about online and why we knew that you weren't going to pick A&R Man is how much you rage at the A&R of record labels.
I mean, is it raging?
Well, funny raging.
It's just
Because
they're just funny.
I think the reason that they are so popular is that everybody knows that the A&R man is this kind of cliche.
So I don't know a lot
hype
about
man.
A&R
So
man.
A&R man, it stands for artist and Riz.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's artist and repertoire. And what an A&R man does, right, is if they see you've got enough followers, I'm talking about this is now, not when I was, it was MySpace friends when I was doing it.
Yeah.
But they see you got enough followers, right, because you're dancing a lot, like any musician wants to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you've done enough dancing on your socials that an A&R man goes, oh, wow, I'd like to have sex with them. I'll go to their gig.
Yeah.
Right. And musicians now they don't do as many gigs. So they go to one gig and then the A&R man turns up and then he does all the coke in that borough.
Yeah.
Right. And then the next day he goes into the office or zooms in and then he goes, I saw this band last night. Listen to this artist. And then someone else higher up goes, that's cool. Have you got any coke?
Yeah.
And then once they've done all the coke, if you've got enough followers, they get you a record deal. They're talent scouts is what they are.
And do you know how you apply for a job for that?
Yeah. Is your dad in the music business in any way, shape, or form?
He used to
then
sell
you're fucked.
parts for sprinklers. I don't know if that's
The A&R man was a thing that it's a character that I do on socials.
Yeah.
Which we're trying
which
to
is very funny. Check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you say a character, everybody that I know that works in the music industry accosts me, I would say, when I see them and says, Josh Weller's so bang on with the A&R man character.
It's mental how a friend of mine who's in the music industry, she's a songwriter, I had dinner with her last week and she was like, do you know who follows you? And I was like, I have no idea. Because I don't know who anyone is.
Yeah.
And she was like, this person's the head of this label. These are people who like, I guess they're big, they're like big in the industry.
Yeah.
But
they're keeping an eye on you. They're not following you.
Yeah.
It's like the CIA.
I did have a guy
it's not
come
a good
up.
thing the CIA are following you.
Yeah.
I was in a coffee shop on Redchurch Street, and a guy came up to me and he went, "Oh, A&R man," and I went, "Yeah," and he went, "I'm an A&R man," and I went, "Oh, that's cool," and he went, "I just got to say, I think the way you're doing it is a little bit 90s and 2000s, and we don't really behave like that anymore." And I just went, are you trying to A&R my A&R
Yeah, I was
man?
going to say, the lack of self-awareness there is insane.
But I was been thinking about that it's very relevant at the moment. The PSYOP. Have you heard of this? PSYOP?
The guy who did Gangnam Style.
No. Very relevant right now. I can't seem to update my phone. It's that one.
What's a PSYOP?
So PSYOP is a psychological operation, which is like a CIA term. But it's been doing the rounds at the moment because of an article that Wired put out, basically about this group of, I don't know if you call them A&R men, but they're called chaotic good, right?
Oh, and so, God, that already sounds awful.
Yeah, so they're these two little pricks who are incredibly rich, work with all these bands. So Geese, right? There's been this big backlash.
Oh, the social media. Okay, I know
about them being placed.
Yeah.
So
tell me.
So what they do is these guys at Chaotic Good do this thing called trend simulation. So they create thousands of accounts that are monitored by lots of people that are posting, clips of the band, of other things with the music underneath. And then you've got this other ecosystem of people who are commenting underneath being like, we love this song, we hate this song. So it is simulating a trend that basically, puts these bands further into like the conversation than they are.
I don't really care.
But that's what but isn't that music always that? Because what I heard is like, when Arctic Monkeys, right, when they were starting out, rumor has it that they had a bus full of people, like several buses of people brought to London where they were doing a big show and they brought loads of like A&R men and stuff and they did a big thing. So basically like the Chinese bots that we had back then were just like blokes called Steve from
bots.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
They would come down and...
When I hear Sheffield bots, I just think Sheffield.
That's a good name for your indie band.
The Chinese Sheffield bots.
Sheffield bots.
Sheffield bots.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me, PSYOPs, because it's just a modern way of distributing. The thing with that everyone forgets.
Because I know what you mean.
Dijon, McGee, Wet Leg, Julie, the Coldplay. This is insane that Coldplay
and other condiments that we enjoy as well. But the thing is no matter what way you kick the door in, staying power only comes from having good songs.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So Geese,
Coldplay.
I don't really care about Geese.
Oh, Geese are good.
Yeah, but that's just because you're old and you want to be cool.
No,
right? That's why.
no.
I'm they sound like the Strokes with congas. You know?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
They don't
Are
sound
you
like the
single?
Strokes.
Are you single?
No, the Strokes.
So why do you like geese?
Stop trying to suck my dick, Josh. Jesus Christ.
Why are you trying to use geese to get yourself a
No,
29-year-old
I liked geese a little bit before
girlfriend that you
everyone
can
liked
ride
them.
around, an Asian girlfriend that can ride around the back of your bike around Shoreditch?
How
No,
do
his
you know what
girlfriend
my
is
girlfriend
17.
looks like? And she can ride without stabilizers, thanks very much.
Oh, I know what you mean about the psyops, but I don't know.
Why does it? But the thing is
I guess because it bleeps people
every
out.
generation finds, like, the Police came in, like, and they were like, yeah, we're punk, man.
Yeah.
And then before, as soon as they got the chance, he's going, every little thing she does is magic. Like, as soon as Sting was like, right, we kicked the door in, now let's give him the ballads.
What's the most you've ever paid for a ticket?
I've just done it. Paul Simon.
How much was it? If you didn't mind me asking.
Royal Albert Hall
you can say
with
ballpark.
Steve Gadd.
I don't actually know who Steve Gadd
I don't know who
is.
Steve Gadd is.
The most sort of revered part of his career is with a drummer called Steve Gadd, but they haven't played together for a long
Oh,
time.
I see. Okay.
And do you know 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover?
Yes. I love that
And the
song.
drums on that is Steve Gadd. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
very
wrote that
famous
drum part. So all drummers are like, oh, Steve Gadd. But
I think I've sort of heard of the name. Sounds
he's
familiar.
brilliant. He's a brilliant drummer, but that was £300.
But they are also, you know,
Yeah.
brilliant drummers. What are they? Mobile. What is he? 90?
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, oh, mate, do you want to borrow my washboard?
But
My
that
trouser press?
That's why it was worth the money, because I'll never see them
exactly,
again,
yeah.
because they're both
Yeah.
in their 80s.
Although that's what I've thought now 3 times buying tickets to see the Rolling Stones. They're just still alive.
Yeah, but they're like
Yeah.
pickled in cat. Like they're just gonna, they've probably never done cat classic.
I saw them 12 years ago, and I was like, well, I've got to pay full whack because, you know, this is going to be the last time I ever saw them. Saw them 2 or 3 years ago.
They'll keep going.
And I was like, oh, this is the last time. I reckon I'll be there.
But some people, when they get that old, I think I saw at Glastonbury, Sugar Man. Remember Sugar Man from the movie?
Sugar Man.
The one that he wasn't popular until...
No one knew who he was.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
found him in South Africa.
Rodrigo.
He became Rodriguez. Anyway, they brought him out, right? And he was he's blind.
Was this
and
at the
he's
Royal Festival?
No, this was at Glastonbury.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't sing for shit. Like was faced the wrong way. Like had like beans all down him. It was like, let him man sit down and die. Because he wants to achieve this now, but it felt like somebody was sort of capitalizing on
Yeah.
it.
The funny thing about age and being a musician is that when you're young, you prop up the audience, and then when you're old, the audience props you up. And it's the transaction that I think
become the
artists
scaffolding.
make. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're Springsteen and you're 25, you're going, fucking come on. you know?
Yeah.
And now the audience is going, come on, Bruce.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful...
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice thing that happens. I went to see Bob Dylan last year, and it was
Everyone
like,
says it's terrible.
what's that thing in National Treasure that they steal? The Declaration of Independence or something?
I don't know. Seen
It was
yeah.
an old, beautiful old document that you've only ever heard of. It was like seeing the Statue of Liberty or meeting Batman. It was like something that's only ever been a myth.
Wow, he's real.
Yeah.
And then he came out, and it was, I got to sit in a room with the guy who wrote all these songs, and it was the most powerful concert I've ever been to, and it was the shittest gig I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He opened with All Along the Watchtower, and I didn't know it was All Along the Watchtower. Like, I got home and looked at the set list, and I was like, oh shit, he played it. Wow.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did play it.
It was like a conga version of it.
Congas are cool. You know the band Geese?
The Bob Dylan gig was the only gig I've ever seen. I was sat on the side of the Royal Albert Hall, so the stage was there. And it was the only gig where I looked at the sound man, and he was doing this during the show.
Rubbing his head.
Just like, and it was a 4-piece band. I was like, how hard can this be? But Bob Dylan, he's like, like, he just has no mic control.
We also wanted to ask you about lawyers, music lawyers. Have you ever had to deal with those?
Oh, yeah.
Because Floodie's got a bit of a bone of contention this week.
How much did you get billed?
Oh, well, no. What? Because in my old band.
Someone's plagiarized you.
Oh, yeah, basically. So I don't...
The Strokes.
Well, I don't know about that. Alex thinks that I've been plagiarized. So you know that I sometimes do music in my comedy, if you could call it such a thing. It could be so bold.
Or comedy in your music.
But also, Alex thinks that I've been...
From the new Stroke song?
From the new Stroke song.
Gone shopping?
Yeah, going shopping, yeah.
So this is mine.
So this is Adam's.
Hey yo, my name is Adam Flood. That's my real name as well as being the plot of the book of Genesis. yeah.
Okay, and then what I've got here is I've actually basically...
So that's you, not the Strokes.
That's me.
Right.
That's not Julian Casablancas. But what I do have is I know, basically I've pulled a few Kenneths and I've managed to get the Strokes, basically one of the early demos of the new song.
Because we can't play the full song.
Yeah,
because
we can't.
You can play a bit of it.
Yeah, but luckily I know the team at the Strokes.
Yeah.
So
Strokes HQ.
Yeah, so I've got this. So because basically everyone's saying it's a bit like my song. Everyone's been saying that, and also that he doesn't need autotune. And like anyway, so this is it without autotune. Yeah, Tiger. Someday. Wait. Okay. Someday, Tiger. Okay. Let me in the chorus. Yeah. Oh, shopping. Yeah. I'm buying eggs. Eggs in my. No, one more minute. Eggs in my bucket. In my eggs. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Run the auto tune. Okay. Eggs in my pocket. Yeah. Who got eggs in the store? Yeah. Oh my God. Eggs. Okay, maybe I'll rewrite the lyrics, but I like the auto eggs. I like that bit. Yeah, a bit long.
Was that really the Strokes?
That was the Strokes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's actually
if that's the new one, that's better than the actual new one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, and I think I don't think that there's any sort of legal case to be had.
I think you have got a case. I think they've copied you. And we need Josh to help us out, basically. Josh, did you ever have any music lawyer issues?
I won't lie in court, Alex.
Again. We wanted to get your take on fashion.
Yeah.
Because the noughties was a brilliant time for all of us. Everyone looked fantastic.
Yeah. Who were your favourites?
Well, we're going to show you some of our favourites now.
Oh, cool.
We actually want to get your input on these.
Yeah. We've got...
Because we're trying to put together the style for the band.
Yeah.
So we want to just basically just get like a basic yes or no on these fits. Okay, so before we get a yes or a no, we're going to...
Agnes Dean.
That's
it is Agnes
correct.
Dean. We've actually got an audio description.
Just for some people that are only listening instead of viewing, we've got audio description of each outfit as well.
Agnes Dean wears almost everything she owns, like she left her house when it was on fire and wanted to save her wardrobe. Trilby, scarf, braces, T-shirt, 2 bags, skinny black jeans, socks, brogues. It's like Buckaroo, except instead of a horse, it's a person looking mentally ill.
So yay or nay?
Well, I want to see my other options first.
Okay, right.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So you're...
By the way, I was so obsessed with Agnes Dean that I got my hair cut exactly like her and wore, I'm not joking, this exact outfit every day for about a year and a half.
I don't doubt it.
She's like a sort of hipster wears Wally.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
Do you know what's funny is let's look at all these pictures and ask ourselves, could they sing? What's the song they sing on the rooftops in Mary Poppins?
Knobs and
Chimney.
Okay. Well, I think
so. Agnes Dean could sing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I think he could.
100%.
Okay, so for our...
Is that Cage the Elephant?
For our...
No.
It's for our listeners.
Oh, it's Johnny Burrell.
Yeah.
Johnny Burrell is wearing dysentery's worst nightmare.
Just white
a pair
jeans,
of
very
the
tight white jeans.
Tight white jeans.
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so what was your last one? Can the person in these look like they're singing Chim Chim Chiroo?
Yeah, could they be doing Dick Van Dyke?
Could they be doing it?
Johnny Burrell actually less so than Agnes Dean.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a modern, a Baz Luhrmann modern adaptation.
I think all 2008 indie, you know that Razorlight song, In the Morning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
If the music video was just the men dancing on the top of the houses in Mary Poppins, the chimney sweeps.
Yes.
It's a perfect music video for that song.
Is that right?
This works with the last
no,
one,
it's
which
not. It's
is my favourite one.
I'm delight, that one.
Okay.
Which is called?
Is that supercalifragilistic?
No. We'll put it in post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Okay.
And our last one, my favourite one, I think this really could.
Okay, so
it's
for our
you.
audio listeners...
Josh Weller is dressed like he's about to go on a fox hunt in Camden Barfly 2008. He wears jodhpurs rolled up to the knee, red socks, a child's tweed blazer, and has 2 cans of hairspray on his head. defying science by not suffocating. He also wears a shirt, tie, long coat, and glasses. He could be a detective in a children's TV show, or the focus of a detective in an adult TV show about children.
Josh, I think you look
Listen,
great here.
I was hoodwinked there. Oh, and you know
Also,
what?
you hoodwinked yourself
I
further.
didn't come here to be mocked. Give me that.
I love it.
Someone. Okay. I don't see. I don't see what's funny about. I can actually tell you a lot about this
talk us through your
outfit.
fit.
So
Please
these
talk us through
shoes
it.
I got in a charity shop
Yeah,
in Covent Garden.
yeah,
They're quite worn down, as you can see.
yeah.
From the bin out the back.
Socks, H&M, women's
Nice.
section.
I think you had a look here.
Yeah,
You think I'm mocking you?
it's
I want to bring
it's
this
not-
back.
I will say it's not as paint by numbers as the 2008 indie scene.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, you're doing.
You've got your own
It's like
look
that
here.
game, you know, where you draw like a bit for each person. Because you've got like the horror's haircut kind of thing. You
Yeah.
know, like big, like horror-esque. Then you've got.
Why did we all dress so smart? We didn't have jobs.
Well,
I constantly was wearing a shirt, tie, and blazer like that.
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't fill me with pride.
But you know
But
what
you're
would
a
be
stylish
worse?
man. That means that was stylish then.
Yeah, what would be worse is that if we printed this off and you were wearing exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? Is that I think because I'd moved out of a very small town.
yeah,
and
that
I
was my
like,
thing.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
In London.
Honestly.
No one's gonna.
chimney.
I'm the Lily, I'm the Lily.
I
And,
was making my own t-shirts at the time, which was a really bad look.
But you know what's funny is that, so I could tell you what that is.
Yeah.
That's my first manager's dad's book launch in his art gallery with Rankin, who was a photographer.
A very
And
famous
I was in
photographer.
this, Rankin photographed me when I was like 22.
Oh.
Not in that way. It was the launch for this book. But the thing is this outfit with that background, you're like, yeah, it's maybe
at an event.
a hipster prick
Yeah.
in 2010 would wear this. But I would also just wear this on the train to Woolwich. To Woolwich in 2010.
I respect that.
That was when it would sometimes become an issue.
It's where they came up with the phrase, see it, say it, sort it.
Yeah.
You have to report stuff on the train somehow.
Do you know what's funny? This isn't even the worst one. Like you very modestly pick one that isn't as insane.
I actually picked one where we could talk about the outfit because it's a look.
So
Pen
so
style.
of the three, what are we saying?
Agnes Dean.
Agnes Dean.
I'm saying
Come on.
Josh.
I think Josh as well. We're all going to look like that. The band are going to look like that.
Yeah.
Or at least one will. If you were to have someone in the band dressed like that, who would it be?
Uh,
It's got to be the lead singer.
whichever
surely.
one gets accused of something and has to leave the band.
Well, it's going to be the keyboard player.
You know what's
With those
funny
little
is I
fingers.
don't look back on. It's a funny thing because when I see kids now, because Gen Z's generally speaking, they're aping our look in the 90s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
They got the blonde Justin
Yeah.
Trudeau, Justin Timberlake,
It's not
frosted
black.
tips. They got the frosted tips and the baggy. They all look like they're in Babylon Zoo, which ironically
Yeah.
is a reference they don't get.
Yeah.
Right. And whenever I see kids now, especially around here, I'm like, oh, come on, guys. And then my brain just goes, no. Remember this?
Yeah.
Remember this?
Yeah,
we were the
yeah.
exact
At
same. We were like,
this is what you're meant to do at 20.
Yeah, you mean to
It's-
look as crazy as like
Yeah.
the opposite of what is going on.
yeah.
But you know, like
10
sometimes
years.
you'll look at a picture of you in bootcut jeans and be like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
This for like 3 years. I just have to live with this. Do you know
I was exactly the same.
what I mean?
Honestly, you can keep that.
Thanks. I've actually got them, they're all framed in my living room.
Okay, so Josh, we've got a quick aptitude test, quick fire round to see which role you're going to be perfect for. How much is a gram of Coke in Bolton in 2026?
Yeah. 90 quid.
Fuck. Check that out. Okay, merch. Big question. We need the merch manager. We need something that people are going to actually buy. We got t-shirts. We got hats. What other wearables
Well, do
should
you know
we sell
what?
to
And I'm
people?
not adding any political alignment to this whatsoever. I'm just spitting facts, Alex. Since leaving the EU, the lead times for merch production is become incredibly difficult. Any band watching this will know awesome merch is gone. And so it's actually it's
Really?
increasingly difficult to get merch made. In fact, one of my friends who I'm going to see tomorrow night in his band, he was like, don't ever buy the vinyls because we make no profit on the vinyls because they cost so much more to import now. So I would, instead of worrying about merch, I would throw all the merch off of a bridge and get a different job.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
no
perfect.
merch.
Okay, so I didn't get a chance to print out the picture, but how old is this girl?
Is that a girl?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what they present as.
Do you know what? I need to see some ID.
Okay,
That's the
brilliant.
right
There we go.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could be
Keep
the kind of
those keyboard
liaison
players
manager.
away.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. The band we've put together have accidentally released a carbon copy of Chelsea Dagger by the Fratellis.
No.
How do we get out of it legally? How do we stop the sort of, the kind of the furore?
If
we
it's
distract?
2008, I'd get ahead of the curve and start playing new folk.
Okay,
Yeah. Good.
How do you know new folkifier song?
You don't have a drummer. You need a banjo,
Of course.
Washboard.
and then clapping in the
Whistling.
Yeah, nice.
yeah, whistling.
Oh.
Yeah, and just generally be insufferable.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's great.
Okay,
Thank you,
well,
Josh. That was.
I mean, let me tell you, you've hit quite a lot of the key.
You've aced that.
You know that people are perverts about coke, about where to play, not to play. I mean, I think you could quite easily be any of these roles that you don't want to be.
And of course, like you say, you do have to have one against your will. So.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be in an indie band.
Okay, well, you've got
Have
the
you
job.
ever done a load-in at the cockpit?
I've had a load in the
Have you ever done a
I've had a
fucking
load of cock in
load-in?
the pit.
Have you ever arrived at 4 p.m. into the dusty NCP car park basement where the green room of the venue, Sunflower Lounge Birmingham, is the same room that the Subway sandwiches next door puts all the bin bags out in?
Oh.
Have you
is
ever
the
done
dream.
that? Have you ever had to get there at 4 p.m. and load in and sound check with a hungover sound man who hates your guts, and then you just have to kill time till 9:30,
That's what we.
and you have nowhere
That's
to
the
go.
dream.
He's talking the talk.
That's the
And
dream.
he's
And then
gonna
you
be walking
drive
the
to
walk.
a travel lodge where 6 people have got to sneak into one room, and you have to park the van somewhere where you can keep an eye on it all night so that no one steals the guitars that ruined your life. I don't want to be in this band.
Look, you're talking yourself out of a great job that you've already got.
Motivational speaker for the band, I think.
Yeah. So, Josh Weller, thanks for coming in. We're going to
Thank you so much.
confer now, and then we make you walk
We'll
over
deliberate.
there now.
Thank you so much for coming
Before
in.
we say goodbye to you properly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're going to
Well-
put me on it? It's like a Top Gear board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
actually in 2008, there would have been a lot of Top Gear.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you for band practice
Yeah.
at the cockpit shortly.
Yeah. Well, I think that was great.
Brilliant.
I think we need him for quite a lot of. I think he needs to almost be a sort of spider across a few roles.
Because what I like about him is he's humble. He's not like coming in, you know, when people come in for job interviews and they're like, I want the job. He kind of flipped it on his head and says, I don't want to have anything to do with this project.
Which is immediately making me want to have sex with him.
Yeah, it's a very horny trait.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like no means yes, but in the other way round.
Yeah. I think his reverse psychology does. Maybe he does really
I
want to
think he
secretly be
does.
in it. Yeah.
'Cause
Then he
but-
says no.
And that's the sort of thing that you'd want as like PR. I think that he's like,
Absolutely. Because you want to make it seem like you could barely get a hold of us.
because well, barely get hold of you, come off it.
But-
But pull the other one.
Said
Pull the
nobody
other
ever.
one, pull both of them. You can give mine a reank as well. I know. So, yeah, I think because of his A&R character as well, like there's no way he's not channeling something that he knows
Yeah.
deep within.
Yeah.
He knows.
I think definitely PR and marketing. I think he's going to make us seem a lot more in demand than we actually are. Josh Weller, PR, promo, sort of reluctantly, he is going to be good at it.
If you like any of these roles for yourself, why don't you get in touch with
Please.
us through our handles? And we'll be able to communicate with you in some.
Yeah, we want to know what role you need. No role too niche. Let us know what you think of Josh. You know, was he kind of reverse psychologizing us?
Yeah, has he made you think, yeah, this indie is coming back, or no?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Has he made you want to work in the music industry, or has he made you cry?
Yeah, has he made you want to work at a toy shop? What was he doing? He was making toys.
He was selling
an elf.
toys. He was an elf. Yeah, he was an elf. for
He
10
was a
years,
little
yeah.
elf working on Santa's lap
Yeah.
all year round.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is why he's dressed like that.
And going on top of the pops. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Josh Weller. Thank you, Adam.
And thank you, listeners.
Thank you, listeners and watchers. Why do I keep calling them watchers?
I don't know.
Viewers.
She's never seen anything in her life.
Viewers.
Thank you, watchers. Thank you for watching my mouth move up and down.
Thank you, watchers. Goodbye.
Speed.